Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. It's the 1st of November today, pinch punch, all of that. It can mean three things. Halloween is now behind us, the half term is probably almost done, and the fireworks season, yes, the season is probably amongst us. So maybe we're off out for a fireworks do this weekend. But it also means one other thing as well, and that is we need to winterize the Caravan. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're going to carry on using your Caravan throughout the winter season, or like us, that's it now until the new year. There are a few things we need to do around the Caravan. Winterizing it makes sure that this thing is ready to withstand the cold weather in the next few months, and we make sure that we remove things, do things, and generally get everything ready for next year. And we're going to start our winterizing process inside the Caravan, dealing with all things that have got liquid in it and draining those systems down and make sure that they're completely dry for the colder months. Inside, make sure the drain down tap next to the water heater is open, and if you have any onboard water tanks, there'll be a tap there too, so make sure that that is open as well. Make sure the kitchen, washroom, sink and shower taps are left open, and if they're mixer style taps like ours, leave these halfway between hot and cold. Performing these simple tasks can save you hundreds of pounds in repair bills, as when water freezes it expands, and if it has nowhere to go it will split pipes, connections and even taps. A great gizmo to help remove the water from the pipes is Floe. It blows the last few drops of water out of the pipes, and trust me, you'll be amazed of how much liquid is left in the pipes. A link to this product is in the description below, and a link to the video in the top corner. Remove the shower head and leave the shower hose on the floor in the shower cubicle. Make sure the toilet flush tank is empty and run the pump to make sure it's also free of any liquid. Now, if you have used any flush additives throughout the year, add some clean water to the tank and flush this through to remove as much chemical from the pump. This will stop the pump from gumming up in the new year. Lastly, lubricate the cassette seal with silicone spray and leave it open to prevent the seal from sticking. Leave fresh water containers such as aqua rolls and kettles open, and clean out any waste containers such as waste masters. Once you've opened all the taps and all the water systems are drained down, place plugs in the sinks to prevent any bad odours from entering the Caravan. Now, just a quick note, if you have outer wet heating, you don't need to drain this down. The system uses glycol and is quite resilient to very cold weather. Remove any fabric items such as clothing, bedding, cushions and towels from the Caravan so they don't get damp or provide a warm nesting place for rodents. Oh, and take the toilet roll out too. Take these home to be cleaned and stored in a dry place ready for next year. Whilst removing items from the Caravan, also take out any food items that can attract vermin or will soon become out of date. Now, we take all our herbs, spices and packets home so we can restock again for the new year. It's also a great time to sort through any leaflets, maps or journals that are left in the Caravan and remove any unnecessary paperwork. You'll be amazed what you accumulate throughout the year. Sensitive and high value items such as TVs or awnings should be taken home, and the top tip is to take the batteries out of any remote controls to reduce the chance of corrosion. With the items removed from the Caravan, it's time to clean the inside. So vacuum or wipe away any crumbs from inside cupboards and lockers, and if the carpets can be removed, give them a really good vacuum and remove them before cleaning the floor. Now, I'm taking my carpets home to use a wet carpet cleaner as they're a bit grubby. Open lockers and cupboard doors, and don't forget to leave the fridge door open too. We place a tea towel over the fridge door to prevent the doors from closing, and this will reduce the chance of mould building up. If, like us, you have a fixed bed, leave this in the open position or pull it forward to maximise airflow under the bed. And in low airflow areas of the Caravan, consider using things like moisture traps. These are ideal for the back of cupboards or areas that are just closed in. Gas drop vents should remain open to allow airflow, but adding some wire wool to these vents will stop rodent entry and also allow the vent to work too whilst the Caravan is not in use. Just remember to remove the iron wall when you use the Caravan once again. Finally, move any furniture from the sides of the Caravan, and if you have space at home, consider removing the furniture to store in a clean, dry environment. So with all the jobs inside now complete, it's time to focus our attention to the outside of the Caravan. And that means a couple of big jobs need to be undertaken first of all. The biggest of which is to give the thing a really good clean. So let's roll our sleeves up, get absolutely soaked, and start cleaning the Caravan. Clean the roof, the sides and the windows. Now, check out my video on Caravan deep cleaning. There's some great tips on there for getting the best results. On the roof, make sure the solar panel is clean and clear of any debris. Make sure that any muck or build-up in the corners is also cleaned away. This will make sure the leisure battery has enough charge even during the short winter days. Clean the windows with a specialist cleaner and spray silicone spray around the window rubbers and around the locker seals too. Then once cleaned, there's just a few small jobs to do around the outside. Fit winter covers to the back of the fridge to prevent moisture from getting into the back. Check the tyre pressures and general condition. Make sure the gas shutoff valve on the regulator is closed, and also consider disconnecting the gas bottle completely. Just make sure you replace the dust cover on the bottle. Make sure the waste outlets are closed to stop any small animals from nesting, and make sure that the underside of the caravan is free from any debris that also could be used to nest in the winter months, or even worse, a jumping off point for rodents to enter the caravan. Now earlier I mentioned solar panels, and if you have an alarm or a tracker protecting your caravan, it's important that a power source remains in place, such as the leisure battery. If you have a solar panel installed, they should provide some charge over the winter months and keep all your security devices enabled. However, if you don't have any electronic security devices or a solar panel installed, you can remove the leisure battery and store it at home, where you can connect it to a smart charger and maintain the condition of the battery whilst not in use. Before leaving the caravan tucked up for winter, double check your security items. Make sure the locks are working correctly and that they are actually locked. Check around the caravan, make sure nothing can fall over onto the body and that all the steadies are firmly down too. Using a full or partial cover will protect the caravan from birdlime, mud, mould and as well as debris, especially if there are trees or heavy traffic nearby. Now I don't own a full cover, but I've always used specialised covers for my towing covers. They can make a tailored full cover for your specific caravan, so it might be worthwhile giving them a call to find out more. This isn't sponsored, by the way. If a full cover is not an option, there are partial or roof covers also available. Just make sure that it has a clear panel or cutout if you have a solar panel installed. Now every month or so, return to the caravan and perform some basic checks to make sure the caravan is in good condition. Firstly, check the level of charge in the leisure battery by switching on the main panel and reading the voltage on the meter. If you can, make sure the solar panel is clear of any leaves or any debris. If you can't see the roof, use a phone on a selfie stick to film a short clip of the condition of your caravan roof. Check for any nesting animals inside the wheel arch area and the condition and the pressure of the tyres. If possible, move the caravan back or forward to redistribute the weight on the tyre. Walk around the caravan looking for any signs of water ingress, moisture build-up, and look around windows, locker doors and fixtures on the outside. Look at the awning rails for signs of delamination or build-up of liquid, especially where the panels join. It's worth being armed with some waterless wash and cleaner to remove any moss, green algae or dirt build-ups. This can also help when checking for water ingress too. And finally, nip inside the caravan and check the insides of roof lights and the back of cupboards for traces of water marks. There we go guys, the caravan is now ready for the colder months and I'm sure you'll agree it looks an absolute tip. Yeah, our caravan does look like an absolute state, but it means that everything is out, everything is going to survive over the next few months, ready for when we start again in the new year. I think we may go away at the end of November, slim chance of that, we'll see what other people are doing, but then I think we start again at the end of January next year, so it's not long that the caravan isn't going to be used. So I hope this video has been useful for you. If you've got any comments or questions or other things that you think are useful to do when winterising the caravan, pop them down in the comments down below, let everybody else see them. But that's it from me today. I hope this video has been useful. Please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. If you can do all that, then we'll see you in the next upload. Thanks for watching everybody. Take care. Bye bye.